friends, welcome. I am so glad to have you here. When you hop on, would you do me a favor and say hi and tell me where you're watching from so I can know who I am crafting with, because I always like to know that. It's always interesting to me to see how far and wide all the friends come from. And in case you don't know, my name is Kim. I blog over at Salvaged Living and do easy DIY for life and home redeemed. But today I am taking over Maker Studio Facebook page and I'm super excited to be here. I have a fun craft. I do like this because I think that everything in your house can have multiple meanings, and you have a lot of opportunity to infuse the Word and the Lord and reminders into your house. And we're going to do that today with this little project. I'm going to show you real quick what I'm going to use, and then I'll move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. I also want to tell you we have a giveaway. So if one of you lucky ladies would like to win the stencil that I'm using today, you're going to need to tag some friends and sprinkle the love and come back in the comments and tell me that you did that. And then Maker Studio is going to pick a lucky winner for this stencil. And this stencil is really awesome. It's so versatile, and that's what I love about it. It's called the Love Covers All stencil, and I know it's backwards, or maybe it's not backwards. I don't know if it is or not. Anyway, I'm going to tell you all the little things it says, but it's really got some good potential to mix and match all these words. It's got this great wreath. You could put the words in the heart. You can just put the words with little accents. So you have a lot of options here. It mixes well with some of the other stencils from Maker Studio as well. So we're going to use that. And then I am going to be decorating this ceramic tissue box cover. I got this for $3 from a dollar store. So you guys, you can find some really great things that are inexpensive, and they are blank slates for you to decorate and make your own. And like I said, kind of infuse some faith into your house, which is what we're going to do with this. So I'm going to use that. And because we're working on glass or metal or pottery, I'm going to use the ceramic paints. So ceramic paints are perfect no-bake finishes that you can use on glass, any of these ceramic or pottery surfaces. They're awesome. All you do is paint on them, use these with the stencils, or you can paint like artistry paint and then let them dry overnight and you're good to go. You don't have to bake to set it, so it's super easy, and that's kind of my favorite DIY because I don't have time for all the other stuff. So let's flip that camera. I'm going to show you how this is done, and I want to make sure you guys enter to win the giveaway by inviting some friends today, okay? Do that real quick. All right, let's get our stuff together. This is my ceramic Kleenex box holder. This is the Love Covers All stencil. You guys, don't forget to say hi. Tell me where you're watching from so I can read the comments and say hello to you and welcome you. If you're new here, if you've never watched one of our videos before, let me know that in the comments. I want to be able to say hi to you and welcome you. All right, so I'm just going to cut out the stencils that I want to use today. I'm going to use the wreath because it's amazing. Why wouldn't I use the wreath? But I want to show you that you can mix and match these different words. So this says trust in the Lord, but you could cover up different things. You can mix and match them. So it says one another. You can say, it says forgiven, but you could cross out the N and say forgive one another, love one another. Love the Lord. You know, there's just different mix and match things that you can do. I'm going to use this kind of ready-made one that says trust in the Lord, because in my mind, I think that sometimes when you're going for a Kleenex box, I know you might have some sniffles or allergies or a cold, but you might be having a down day. You might just be, you know, teary or, I don't know, upset. And I want you to have that reminder. And that's what I'm talking about, infusing these reminders in your home so that you always have a reminder that you can trust the Lord, that He is there for you, that you're never alone, that whatever it is, it'll pass, that each day is new. All of those good things. Okay, so I put my first stencil down. I'm I'm going to do the wreath first, okay, so that I can get that centered. And if you don't like the way that you stuck it down, these are repositionable, so you can just pull it off and do it again until you get it in the exact right spot, okay, so that you can get it centered on your little Kleenex box. And then you just make sure that you get a nice, you know, clean attachment to your surface, your glass, your ceramic, whatever. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this wreath in this color. It's called Boxwood Green, and it's one of my favorites, just a deep green that I think is really pretty. And you have a couple ways that you can put this onto the stencil. You can either use the paintbrush to apply it, or you can use the squeegee, or a combination. I kind of do a combination. I like to use the little paintbrushes, and I ordered these from a maker studio as well. They're very inexpensive. They are perfect for all these crafts. You just rinse them with warm soapy water when you're done, and if you take care of them, they will last you a really long time. So I just use those to get this paint spread onto the wreath. And then I'm going to go back and use the squeegee to really get it in there and make sure that I have full coverage on the wreath. You can do it however is easiest for you. This is just kind of a, I guess, a system that I like to use. So I'll take that, and then I'm going to take these squeegees. They have a lot of different shapes that you can use, all the different angles and sides, and the pencil one. We're probably going to use that in a minute for the smaller spaces. But you just want to go over this. Make sure you get the paint down into the mesh stencil. And remember, these are reusable stencils. I'm going to offload that excess paint. Because I don't need it. Just make sure you don't see any white under there. And you do have extra on here, so you can kind of smear that around if you need to. If you need a little extra paint in some spots, you can just use what's left over on your squeegee. Okay, I also use a tub of water next to me just so that as soon as I'm done, oh my gosh, look how beautiful that is, y'all. It's so crisp, so clean. I love it. I'm going to take this stencil though, and I'm going to set it in my tub of water, or you can take it straight to the sink and wash it so that that paint doesn't dry in the stencil. And let me go, I'm going to stick that over there in my water and ruin the stencil. So you want to take care of the stencils so that you can use them over and over. So let's look at that real quick. I mean, it is beautiful. It has those little berries on it. If you wanted to get really detailed, you could make little red berries on that. I like it just the solid green. I think that's really pretty for me and my style. But that's what's great about DIY. Make it yours. Now I'm going to use a little heat gun to set this just because I need to put another stencil on it. This does not, you don't have to do this. It's just if you're in a, like more of a rush when you're crafting. Because I need to stick this in the middle and I don't want to pull up the wet paint or mess it up as I go. So while I'm doing this, you guys remember, tag a friend, tag 3. Tell me that you did it in the comments. Ask any questions you have about a maker studio, about these mesh stencils. Let us answer them for you. It dries pretty quick. Okay. Now I'm going to take this Trust in the Lord, and I want you to know that if you want to mix and match the words like I was talking about, I keep some painter's tape handy. You can always just take a piece of painter's tape and cover, you know, whatever words you don't want to use. If there's part of a stencil that you want to do a different color, this is a good way to do that, is to use painter's tape to separate words, and when you're working in these small spaces so that you don't, you know, mess up and mix your colors. Just a little FYI, added bonus tip trick for you. Okay. Ah, I can get this one apart, you guys. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to make sure I'm getting this centered. And once again, remember, it's repositionable. So kind of just lay it down. See if it's in the center. And then once you get it where you like it, sometimes you got to hold it back. See if you like where it's going to end up. Smooth it out. Now next, I'm going to use the dark chocolate latte ceramic paint. I just love this color. It's really rich and it's just pretty, and I think it goes well. It's not quite as stark as the, using a black, but a black and green would be really beautiful as well, just depending on your style. So whatever your style is, just roll with it, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this on here and paint it on. And then I'm going to use the little end of this squeegee. I need to clean it off. It really just kind of wipes right off with a paper towel. And I'm just going to squeegee it in there, make sure we're good to go. We have good coverage. You can also use, if you're working with those small spaces, this pencil's really good. If you were going to do this in a multicolor and you're really trying to work in a small area, it's super good. There's people going in and out of my house, so if y'all hear all that, we are just doing life over here. All right, you guys. You know what? That doesn't look as full coverage as I want. Right on that corner, I can tell. I'm gonna add a little more. You can kind of sneak peek the corners if you need to, but it doesn't always work that well. So you have to be careful. Don't pull it up too much or it won't go back down exactly in the same place if you mess that up a little bit. Okay, that should be good. All right, let me see here. I don't want to. So pretty. Look how pretty that is. Just put that in your little Kleenex holder, and then that way whenever you are going to that tissue box, I want you to remember, trust in the Lord. Okay, you guys? So easy. I mean, that's a project that'll take you like 10 minutes. It's really, really a sweet thing that you can do. And like I said, you can mix and match all the stencils and the words to put whatever meaning is good and personal to you inside. Another thing that would be really fun is like to do just one of these sweet, like let's decorate the top a little bit with a sweet little, I'm going to do one more little thing right here. I'm going to take these little pieces right here. And I'm going to put it right above this. Just something sweet and cute. Let me get the green. I like the green. Okay, let me squeegee this. Okay, look how easy it is just to add sweet little touch. Look how cute. I love that. All right, you guys, I hope you love this little tissue box that I made with the fun use stencil that you guys can enter to win for free if you invite your friends. Remember, it's the Love Covers All stencil. You have a lot of choices of words and mixing and matching. So I love this stencil. It's super sweet. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. And don't forget to tag a friend or two. Bye, guys.